The CPI data has just been released. It's 2.5%, unchanged from its forecast. The US dollar is looking fantastic. It's looking good. It's looking really bullish. Where are the top signals and where are the bottom signals on this? Where is Bitcoin heading? At the moment, it looks like we're going down. We'll take a look at Ethereum today. And while the chart is running in the background, I want to talk to you about me. Let's go. So, not to make too many excuses, I've had sound problems. So I've had software issues and it was leaving a high pitch tone at the back of my video, so I've not pushed out a video. August is a write-off because of the kids being off on holiday, but I'm back doing videos again. So guys, just before we go any further, click like, because you know those like buttons keep me coming back to you. So at the moment we've just had the CPI data out. US dollar is looking pretty strong. The pullback wasn't that bad. So overnight obviously you get your Asia and your UK sessions, but the CPI data has just burst into action. There wasn't much going on. So if we look at the CPI data, it was forecast at 2.5. It came out at 2.5, and it's lower than what it was last month when the actual was 2.9. So the CPI is coming down. We head over to the chart. I am just going to do elite wave theory. So you can see from the base to the top, that second move down wasn't that far, but they usually say from this first big move you're looking at somewhere between 20 and 40% pullback. So I would suggest that that is roughly 20% of that move. Then we head up and back down, which is the fourth move, and the last move is the fifth impulsive wave to the upside. Now this can just be to $1.36 to the Canadian dollar, or it could be slightly higher. Now if we go to where the order blocks are and zoom out, you can see that there are order blocks above us to nearly 1.37 cents, which is just up there, and I would hazard a guess that we would be taking out these order blocks in this impulsive wave before we start heading down. And certainly there is support above 1.34 cents, that I am suggesting that we won't go below these prices until Bitcoin starts pushing further higher. Now you can see this order block at 1.373 cents, sorry, $1.373, and I would say that we need to take that out before we go lower on the US dollar, which is quite interesting. Now if we zoom out to the daily, what are we looking for? So the last time we were down at 1.30 was 14th of July 23. So we will be going below that on the US dollar as the bull market kicks in on Bitcoin. So head over to Bitcoin, and what is that doing? So we are in this descending broadening wedge, which also suggests every time we hit the bottom of this we do bounce higher. Now I don't think we're going to go down to $40,000, which is what most people are saying. $50,000 is definitely possible. Again, going back to the order blocks on the 5-minute chart are down at nearly $54,000. The 15-minute chart has one down at 49. So hi, and before we go any further today, I need to let you know that I am not a financial advisor. What I am is a trader, and I give trading signals so I can give as much trading advice as I can, because trading is a skill. If you like this content, just tick that little like button down there, and if you haven't already, subscribe so that you can follow all of the tutorials. We can trade together. All I can do as a trader is show you where the signals are. Thanks for watching. Might as well say $50,000. The bottom end of that is 49,648. So again, I'm thinking we'll take that out before we go higher. And when I say higher, I mean above $73,000. So the CPI data reaction is here. So we had a little bit of a volatile push to the downside, but Bitcoin is trying to push higher at the moment. You tend to find that only one of them will win. So the US dollar is trying to push higher, and so is Bitcoin. One of them will prevail, and one of them will take leadership. So at the moment, I would suggest just to watch out this picture and see what's happening. PPI tomorrow. And again, we'll have the same thing, we'll have the volatility, but obviously we'll know more tomorrow when that happens. I'm looking at Ethereum at the moment. I think Ethereum is kind of driving the price action on altcoins at the moment. So again, Ethereum is between these spider lines. It has been bouncing between these. It found support on this spider line above $2,300. It's at that price now, and if it bounces back down to 2,300, again, order blocks on the 5-minute time frame. The one down at 2241. And on the 15-minute time frame, most of the order blocks are above price. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to come down to 2241 before we go higher. It could mean we take out all the ones above us before we head back down. And we are creating some nice order blocks below us, back down at 2226 on the 45-minute. So these are pretty spread out at the top. So to me, it is suggesting that we will take these out before we go higher, but we won't know that until it happens, obviously. So this week is important. PPI data tomorrow. If we take out these bottom signals, I would be looking for longs. If we start heading and pushing up towards this spider line, which is 2471 or thereabouts, this order block could get taken out, but I do think then we would come back down. I have spoken before about fortune cookies, and it's these areas where we go down, create that gap. Yeah, we do take it back out there. We take that gap. We've created one here and slowly eaten that one up. We've taken that out. So if we do go higher and we come to this, I would suggest we come down. If we take this one out, which is a large fortune cookie, again, I think we're going to come down to the downside afterwards. Now it looks like we have created one here and taken that out. This one has been created and taken out, and this has been created and taken out, but we are forming this pattern here. So I know we're coming down to 2,200 on Ethereum again at some point. So guys, I'm gonna leave that on the screen. Let's just move that over slightly. And as selfish as this sounds, I'm going to talk about me. So a lot of the time I do these signals, I've just waffled off a load of figures and I've called bottom targets out top targets, and a lot of the time I can say Ethereum is going to 2,200, which I did recently in my chat, and a few people shorted in the group, and afterwards I thought, they're not going to tell me if they lost money, because if they shorted and the price did go up slightly, they could have been spiked out and leveraged and took what I say as gospel and potentially lost money. And it kind of brought me to this video here today, and my demeanour is I'm not in a trade at the moment. I am waiting for lower signals, and I am waiting for this lower price at 2226, and this wick has been created. So I am just going to put in a horizontal ray. So that has been created there. I'm going to turn that white. I like doing these whites. They're the ones. So these are my signals. So 2365, 2412 are previous wicks, and this one at the moment is 2149. And I do believe we're going back down there again before we go to all-time high on Ethereum. But this is what I wanted to explain. I wanted to explain that I might be able to call out numbers and figures, but at the moment I'm waiting to go below these numbers to put all my money back in, and then as we go higher, so there are order blocks on the 45-minute right up to 3423. Fantastic, but we do need to clear these out below us too. So even if we do go to 3426, if we leave these order blocks below us, I will do videos to say these are the prices on that particular day, but be careful of lower prices, because I know that if the market does start bouncing up, we will come down and take these out. That doesn't mean I want everyone who follows me to long leverage at 5x, 15x and 100x. I want people to trade cautiously, but if we do hit the bottom signals at 2200 and 3400, they're the prices you want to be looking at going in the opposite direction, because prices get exhausted, especially if they get there really quickly. The prices are going to reverse. So I'm going to change slightly how I do my videos. Is that I'm not saying we are going there now or tomorrow and brace yourself. I'm saying when we do get there, they're the prices you want to buy in at or sell at. And it's trading signal advice, not financial advice. And I wanted to clear that up because I've had a bad journey, not necessarily with trading, but people passing away recently over the last 2 years. I lost somebody last week, heart attack, 48 years old. My sister a couple of years ago, 48 years old. I'm 44 next week. So I've had a lot of emotional stuff going on in the background, but my trading signals are always there. They're good, and I'm back in full force. And there was a period of time where I went through a depression, like grieving stage. And I spoke to one of my friends the other day, and he said when he lost his dad, he was in that stage for 6 months. And I was in mine for 2 years. And I think that's partly because of not going out of the house, not venturing out enough, not looking after my own mental health. And it has affected trading, but my trading stability is there. The ability to read the charts and understand, Elliott wave theory, which is, you spotted it on the US dollar. Elliott wave theory, I think that is the pattern that we're in at the moment. We've done phase 1, we've done phase 2, we've done phase 3, we've just come out of phase 4 into phase 5, which is usually up on the US dollar. Bitcoin is somewhere, it's very similar. So, we did wave 1 there into 2. We didn't really come lower. So that was stage 3. We just about came lower there, but I would say that is the potential move. So let's just forecast that. So the impulse wave wasn't higher than stage 3. So let's click this. Let's put this one. Let's put this one there. So the potential is that we're in wave 5 and it does go slightly higher, but we can't do this on the US dollar and Bitcoin. So the US dollar might fail. It might fail at this point and come lower, in which case the Elliott wave theory will happen slightly later. Bitcoin does look like we're in the 5th wave to the upside. So that's me switched on. That's me looking at the market going, okay, this is the potential. No funds in the market at the moment because I am expecting lower. But when that happens, I know I can get into the market, and later on, so when I do get in, eventually it will be at these prices at $50,000 or $54,000. My money goes into the market, and then I say to myself, right, 60,849 it is possible. 69,000 order blocks right up there, which is probably price exhaustion. So I know once I put my funds in, I know that roughly $68,000 to $69,000, I pull it back out and wait for the market to drop. There's no leverage, there's no risk. I just time the market perfectly. So I'm right there, and I'm good at doing it. And this is why I try and do the YouTube channel. But I just wanted to safeguard you guys. I'm not telling you to short. I'm not telling you to long. I'm letting you know where to do it if the market hits those prices. And that's the difference between trying to push data onto people and actually trying to help people for free gain a better position in the market. So I hope that makes sense. Mental health out of the way, grieving out of the way, focuses on the trading, and hopefully you guys will give me a good like and a follow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.